whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
E ngā taringa o uta, e ngā taringa o tai, tēnā tahuri mai, tēnā kia aro mai, tēnā kia rahirahi mai, whakarongo mai, anei ki te punua pāho o Taringa, coming to you from the bustling metropolis of Te Awa Mutu, here under the auspices of Te Wānanga o Te Aroa and the media unit of Te Ipuro. And here we are again. Prone Gloin, Erica Sinclair,
and Te Pua Heidi
Snowden. He's not snowed in, he's a Snowden.
He's a Snowden.
He might snow you in sometimes, they wana kōrero. E kare mā kia ora koutou.
Tēnā koutou.
No mai hoki mai, why am I talking about snow when we're getting into, te wā te raumati?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, when you don't have it, you miss it.
That's right. You know? Hoi anō. Ane e mihi nei, and we're up to episode
121.
Wee, tahi rau ua takau mātahi. There's something significant about that number. 121, it comes after 120 and is before 122.
Whoa.
There you go.
Hohonu.
Very special.
Hohonu ake nei, hohonu ake nei.
Te ripo te wai.
Kia ore hoa mai, pewhi ana tātou.
Kei te ora pai. E ora pai ana.
Kua ora te ngākau?
Tino ora. Kua tino ora hoki o tātou puku ne.
Ai.
I haere mātou ki te sushi e te
Good sushi.
Good sushi, Te Awamutu. Koutou mā, if you're in Te Awamutu.
Best sushi in town.
Yeah. There you go. Look, they just got a free plug.
Yeah.
We should get some free sushi.
Sushi, yes.
Sushi. Try
Well,
say
we
that
already
10
get
times.
free
Sushi.
miso. We might as well get free sushi.
How te kupu Māori mo sushi?
Huhi.
Ika matapakihia.
Ika matapakihia.
Ika matapakihia.
Kei tau mā.
Ika matapakihia. Try say that 3 times.
Ika matapakihia. Ika matapakihia. Ika matapakihia.
Ika matapakihia. Ika matapakihia.
Yeah.
I can eat it 100 times.
No
just
reira,
not say
I
it
reira
100 times.
mātou, e te iwi, and we've returned, and we kua whai oranga no mātou i tēnei wā o te ahiahi kia mohi o mai koutou. We're doing a pre-record, and it's the afternoon, we're getting into those hours.
We get a bit nutty.
Yes, and you have to go deep inside and find within you. I've been in it with the voices.
Yeah.
Need to go to that place.
That's on.
Anyway, as we go to that place, anei te kiwaha o te wā, te kiwaha o te wiki. Kiwaha o te wiki.
Koia, koia.
Koia, koia.
Koia, koia.
Koia, koia.
Koia, koia. K-O-I-A space K-O-I-A.
Thank you for clarifying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Need
Like
koia, yeah.
clarified butter.
Okay.
Yes. Ooh.
But seriously, what is koia, koia?
It is so.
It is so.
It is so.
It can be,
Indeed.
at times it can be sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Like koia, koia. Yep. So we're going to the, koia, koia. Yep.
Sure.
And
sure.
we've had a previous one, like kei kona katoa ku whakaro. That's another one.
Yeah.
Like you're saying koia, koia. Yeah.
Yep. Koia, koia. It's a term of you're agreeing with whatever's been said, and there are times when it can mean sure. Should we go to the pictures later? Koia, koia. Yeah, sure.
Koia,
Let's
koia,
go.
sure. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Not met with skepticism, but sort of like
Content?
Yes.
yeah, not here or there. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Koia, koia.
Koia, koia. E tatou mā.
Yep.
Koia, koia.
And then there's koia.
Koia hoki.
This is a little bit different, and you got koia hoki. Then you've got eko koia e arai.
E koia.
Wow.
Yes.
Does that mean the same thing?
Eko koia e arai.
Yeah, what does that expression mean?
So it is so.
And so it is so.
So it
And
is
from
so.
here on out, this is...
Yeah. But koia is say it is so, not say it isn't so.
Say it is so.
Say it
yeah.
is so.
Koia.
Say it is so.
Oh, so yeah, there we go.
Koia.
So if you want to know if there's a variation, those are all the variations.
Koia.
Koia.
Yep.
Koia hoki.
Assent, agreeance, whakai. Yeah, koia, koia. Koia, koia.
Koia,
Okay, see how many times we can use that?
Ai, koia. Koia.
Okay.
If you really agree with something, you wouldn't say it twice. So you wouldn't go koia, 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 koia.
Yeah. Koia.
I'm just making sure people know.
Because people,
Okay.
They might, you know.
Yes.
Koia, 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 koia.
Or they'll go,
Koia, koia.
they said we can't, so they didn't say that you can't do
Yes.
that.
So you can say koia hoki. You don't say koia, koia hoki.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh,
E te
right.
iwi.
Yeah.
Okay? It's koia, koia. So there we go. Kua mau?
Ko mau.
Kua mau.
Kua mau?
Koia.
And ko te kaupapa kōrero, anei Tikanga 101. And look, if you've just dropped into Taringa, because I think we sort of take it for granted that we've got this
And it's not so...
loyal listenership
Yeah,
of
it's
people
always
that
the same
listen to us
people.
religiously every week. But
And
there are a lot of people that just drop in and start perhaps at this episode.
So at 100 eps in, if you have started lately in the conversation, this Tikanga 101 isn't so 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a section of Taringa. So we do a rotation. So we've got Tikanga 101,
We've got kupu, kupu, kupu.
Once upon a timer.
Once Upon a Timer, and
Ngā taonga.
Iwi o te wiki.
like ngā tonga.
Patapatai.
Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
a few sections, eh? So, yeah.
Iwi o te wiki. But
Iwi
we're
o
on
te wiki.
Tikanga 101 where we discuss, deliberate, wānanga, whakatewhatewa.
Whakatewa.
Ooh, pai tēnā kupu, whakatewhatewa. Tikanga, as well as kōrero tuku iho,
Mātauranga Māori.
Mātauranga Māori.
Mātauranga Māori.
Koia.
Yeah. Ana. And ko te kaupapa I tēnei rā, ko te kaitiaki.
Te kaitiaki.
Koina te kaupapa kōrero ko te kaitiaki, it's a term or kupu that was popularised, I guess, probably in the last... Man, ka rongo au I taku pakeke when I say probably in the last 20 years.
In the last 20 years.
You know, you hear kaitiaki tanga.
Yep.
But I'm going to talk about my earliest memories of this word kaitiaki was from my kuia. Ana e kōrero rero ana ia and me te teino taku māma. And my auntie was telling us about the kaitiaki of our whānau.
Kia ora.
Was a particular ngārara.
Oh, kia ora.
So yeah, that was my first, I remember vividly my auntie talking about our whānau kaitiaki and going to places and then learning about taniwha, hearing about taniwha and hearing, such and such is the kaitiaki of that river.
Before we carry on, what can we translate kaitiaki into? Guardian?
Yep, guardian, spiritual guardian, supernatural.
Ai,
Koina te kaitiaki ki au.
koia kia.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a physical, in the physical world, we refer to one another as kaitiaki. But in this context, I'm talking about these spiritual guardians, these kaitiaki. And that's my first, I remember my relationship with the kupu.
E ai ki te Māori dictionary. Could be a trustee, a minder, guard, custodian, guardian, caregiver, keeper or steward.
Yeah. Is there anything about like the spiritual element of a kaitiaki? Yeah, so when I was talking about it being like a trendy sort of a word, or when it came about people, we're just the kaitiaki, I never heard it used like that, referring to people. It was always about something spiritual.
Yeah.
That's your kaitiaki.
Tika.
You go into the ngahere and blah, blah is your kaitiaki. Yeah.
I think, it is probably when we're in a day and age where we're looking for terms to meet English terms when it comes to and settlement and in treaty claims and that type of kaupapa, we're looking for things to perhaps match behind the belief of Pākehā. So kaitiaki tanga has become that type of term. Custodianship, stewardship. Yeah. So that's cool. I've been wanting to always go back to the way I perceived it, which is like kaitiaki was sort of your guardian, spirit guide.
Guardian.
Yeah.
So we've got a nau hapu, we've got a rat.
Kia ora.
That comes out at particular times when something's not right to warn us that we've perhaps transgressed something, tapu, or we're not observing a particular tikanga.
Kia ora.
And this kiore will show itself, or you will see it will just eat anything.
Wow.
This kiore I'm not going to say the name of
I
the
was going to
kiore.
ask you, he unga tōna?
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah,
name.
yep.
This kiore is a kaitiaki.
Kia ora.
It's not a warm, fuzzy thing all the time. Oh, that's my guardian
My
spirit.
guardian.
Yeah.
Fuzzy, wuzzy animal that looks after me. And spiritual times makes me feel warm. It's not all about that. So when I first heard about this kiore, when I was young, probably 12, 13, when I heard about it, freaked me out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, man.
you wouldn't expect a kiore to be your kaitiaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way that this kiore would show itself were in times when we had done something wrong in terms of tikanga. So an example, let's tell one story, was everything at the pa was getting eaten, like metal objects and it's making the right mess of things, and we tried everything. My uncle went out there with, these
Poison traps and whatnot.
rat traps, and the rat trap would go off, no rat in it.
Yeah.
The food would go, you can get these, this rat poison, they're like blue rings.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to tie them with number 8 wire so the rat eats them there, otherwise they take them back to their nest to store. And we get to where we tied the number 8 wire and the whole thing's gone.
Yeah.
Eka.
So I told my auntie about it. I just came out in conversation and she went all quiet. And when my auntie used to do that, it was like, whoa, it's like some deep stuff. And she goes, breathe, and she goes, ki mihi te mea ngaro.
True.
Yeah, look for the missing link or the missing thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, I nearly said the name. Kiore, I'm just going to say, Kiore has come and is trying to tell us something. Look for it. Yeah, anyway, cut long story short, we found that it was one of the whāriki for te whare mate, or we just called the tent.
The tent, yeah.
Wasn't so much later on I learned that it was a whare mate.
Whare mate, yeah.
But we, at our pa, we'd have a whare mate, a tent. And the whāriki and it was a whāriki Pākehā, but it was always used for that. Had made it into the wharekai and was in the storeroom. We couldn't find it before then, and everyone just forgot, and we don't know, someone who mustn't have known, but the significance of it had put it in there.
Yeah.
So when we moved it, our kaitiaki, this kiore, just disappeared, stopped eating things, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
Koia.
Why didn't it eat the cupboard that it was in so you could see it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, hard out. Like, why didn't you eat a big arrow on the wall that pointed?
Eat it out a trail from where it was to where it should go.
But in our confederation between our marae and whare puhunga, that this kiore will show itself.
Oh, so throughout. Not just one marae, but throughout the hapu.
Yeah. And I've heard similar stories from Waikato about this kiore. And there's another instance when it came and it was something to do with the Queen's dishes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So same sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a different take on kaitiaki.
Yeah, that's my take on kaitiaki. And like you said, then that's not this warm fuzzy thing. They don't have a preference to person or being. Their job is to do what you said this did, was keep things in line, give you warning and stuff. Yeah. So they're blind, in terms of of their judgment.
I'm reminded of a story about Te Hokowhitu Atu, 28th Māori Battalion, and it was a bee company from Te Moana Toi, Bay of Plenty.
Yeah.
Bee company. And this particular unit, they were made up of a lot of tūhoi.
Kia ora.
And they were walking on a trail, and this ngārara came out, and they recognised it to be this ngārara they talk about in tūhoi, lizard. And it was warning them that there was danger ahead of them. So they hid. Yeah. They straight away didn't question it whatsoever. They went and hid to the side of the road. And then a much larger German battalion or whatever came around the corner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, even though they were
they knew,
their kaitiaki was looking after them.
Yeah. And they were still staying true to themselves and keeping to what they knew.
Yeah.
Even though they were wherever they were.
One quick story is I've got an uncle of mine, and he koina tana mahi he whakapai I te hunga kohanga poke ai te kehua, te aha rānei. And so my uncle, he was treating a person or another whanaunga of ours who had he was suffering chest pains and headaches.
Yeah.
And, you know, from doctors and stuff, there was nothing they could do. And so she went to him finally. And, yep, nā wai. What eventuated was he had a vision and there was a snake around her head and a cat on her chest. And so he goes, okay, how did you get this? And after some talking, he he asked about her great-grand uncle who had been in World War II and helped himself to a few items in Egypt and had brought them back. Yeah, had brought them back. And so
If you could see Snape's face at the moment while he's telling the story. It's like, oh, that.
Yeah. What he had to do was he had to ask those kaitiaki to come with him, and they travelled, wānanga nei, they travelled back to a house that they found where these items are still located, and put them back on those items. So that's the short story.
So
Yeah.
they'd come attached from their sort of homes.
And so these kaitiaki of these articles, these artifacts, were passed down generationally to an auntie of mine, and she just happened to be the bearer of that weight. They never inherited those articles. They inherited the kaitiaki.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
And they were also looking for these items. That's why they were there. And so my uncle was able to take them to those items. So that's a quick,
Wow.
But again, you know, these spiritual experiences, they aren't, you know, exclusive to Māori.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah. And that shows. So to your uncle, I tika I muri i tērā?
Well, I ki te kōrero. I mahia te hua makihikihi. Yeah. And so she was fine from that. But it had been something in their family for 2-3 generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have ocean kaitiaki.
Yes.
Yeah.
One in Rāwhiti, it's a manta ray. Has a name as well.
Oh, mean.
Yeah, it's got a red line on its back.
Yeah.
Supposedly, according to our kaumātua, if it's to be seen, it is a sign of something. You shouldn't be there at a certain place.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have the same thing, and we have a porpoise on that side too.
What's a porpoise?
Oh, dolphin or of that type of whānau.
Yeah.
Another kōrero in Rāwhiti where it was misty one morning or one night, and they had to get from one place to another by boat. And one of our kuia, she was blind, so she would karanga out to this porpoise. And the porpoise led them through the mist in the dark. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was another kaitiaki.
Yeah.
And like the waka that came over from Hawaii, you know, you hear of these beings, you know, these whales, and it's totally true. If you go out to sea, you've got these, you know, the aihe will follow you, whales. Now, when we used to go out fishing, just me and Dad, and there was a point where we'd get out at sea, and there was always the dolphins would come for whatever time. You know, you just feel tau when you see those tohu in the moana.
Yeah.
One time in Tāmaki, I had composed a pātere. It was for wakahuia. And as we were driving around the Tāmaki, these dolphins had come into Waitemata.
Yeah.
And it was a big story. It was a big pot of them.
Wow.
And because that's the other thing is with taniwha, and taniwha are also kaitiaki.
Yeah.
And taniwha don't, you know, we have the sort of...
they've sort of got a bad rep, eh? Like, as being these scary beings.
I think they you know, there's different classes of taniwha.
Yeah.
Maybe there's taniwha that sort of ate people, you know, they weren't treated well.
Yeah.
Because we got a taniwha story like that, you know, toia mātou. But, you know, you sort of, when you hear the word taniwha, you know, what image do you see?
This image of my mum dressing up as a taniwha when I was at Play Centre.
What's your image of a taniwha?
The same, you know, the one day a taniwha, you know, those books.
Swimming in the moana.
Well, mine is that book. I've got two images. One, I done this mean-ass taniwha picture when I was little.
Yeah, that was me too.
And that story came out when I was primary school, the boy in the taniwha.
Yeah, that's the one I
cool
thought.
Story, eh?
Yeah.
You know, so you have this image of a taniwha, but taniwha, they could move between, they could morph.
Form benders, morph,
Yeah. And they could be mist, they could be dolphins. There could be
clouds.
There could be logs.
Yeah, there could be logs.
That swim against the current.
Yeah.
How do you know it's not a log? Because it's swimming against the current.
Yeah. Well, one of our koro, he'd seen a lot of things. And he talked about he was walking along the beach down at Otaki. I think it was around Hokioi. He went up to this log, and this was back, would have been probably the 1950s.
Yeah.
He was a boy. And as he's walking along the beach, he sees these horse tracks of wild horses that used to go along there. And the horses are going along the beach, and then there was this sort of like big log jutting out of the sand, and then the horses done this big U.
Oh, let's go right around it instead of just jumping over it because they can.
Yeah. And he's like, didn't take any note of it at first, and then he thought, man, what a peculiar looking log. Anyway, he got really, really close to it, and then he went to touch it because it just looked strange or different.
Sleek.
And he said it just went, whew. It was like it scurried. He could see these things scurrying, and it just went out to sea.
Wow.
And it totally freaked him out. And even when he was telling me, and this koroa was, wiri, tēnei koroa.
Yeah.
But as he was telling me, I could see the fear.
Did it return to that?
In his face that he had as a boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he went back to his kuia, totally freaked out. And she says, ko mea tērā.
Yeah.
Pai ana. Tō wai mari I ki te koe I aia.
Hukere kauria.
Yeah, you're lucky to have seen it.
Yeah.
So there's lots of stories like that. Yeah, when you see that, and those of you that are listening, hei aha māku me kare koe whakapono ki ene kōrero. This is a world I believe in. He nui taku whakapono ki tēnei ao. Ka rongoa I tēnei ao, I feel it. When I go to a new area, and I know there's a place where you would practice uru whenua, I'll go to that place and have my karakia, because you're going there to stamp your spiritual passport
Kia ora.
with the kaitiaki of the area, and you acknowledge them. That is part of kaitiaki as well, as when you go to these uru whenua, or you're passing through another rohe and you stop somewhere and you feel in your heart that you want to give a karakia or a taku to acknowledge those te ihi te wehi te tapu o rātau mā o tua whakarere. Yeah, and I totally believe in it.
Kia ora. You ever experienced enough to believe in it, or to not turn a blind eye to it?
Yeah.
So I also do the same. By thought, I do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you, Erica?
Well, I definitely, if I'm in the water down the coast and if I see a stingray, I know that's time for me to get out.
Oh, yes. So that's something you've been brought up with?
Yeah, I don't know where it really came from, but and I don't know the kōrero around it, but I know that our hapu has a bit of an association with a kaitiaki that's a stingray or whai.
Takes the form, takes the form of fun. Because I've been in the water enough and I've seen a stingray, and then, I don't know, there's something about it when
They're actually really beautiful stingrays.
Yeah. But
they're so majestic how they glide.
But then I've seen some other things in the water and you just, I don't know, it's just like it has its own aura about it that you know this is, this doesn't need, I don't need any more introductions. Yeah. Another cool story we have, I think this took place in a place called Taringa. There were some unveilings and they were doing some headstones in Urupa. And the same uncle of our family, the same uncle that was there that helped with the cat and the snake, he was overlooking everything because I te rā weke rātau I tai o ngā tapu. They were, changing a few things around in the Urupa, so he had to oversee everything. And they took a layer off the top of a grave because, for some reasons, I don't know, and this massive centipede come out. Like a big, thick... Waiwairau. Should have been a snake. And it came out of some hole, circled around a headstone, crawled up the headstone and sat on it and faced its head to where the work was being done. They all paused and my uncle walked over and to what looked like him having a conversation, and then looked back and they go, and he said, kei te pai, haere tonu. Yeah. But that was another one, so there's a waiwairau up in Taringa,
What about in dreams? I've heard heaps of people say they've, had messages come to them from their kaitiaki or from a spirit in their dreams.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, I roto i te whakaaro Māori. I roto i te whakaaro te tangata ki oku nei whakaaro mai rāno ko te moe a.
Te moe a.
You know, you're in a netherworld.
Yeah.
You're in you're between worlds. You're the conscious and the unconscious. You're in
the quantum field.
Yeah, you're in te ao, you're in te pō. You're sleeping and you're not. And that's where things will reveal themselves to you. Sometimes they need help from somebody to interpret what the moe means. And then sometimes it's just a dream.
Yeah. Well,
too much Netflix.
I was at a marae recently, and one of the haukainga in her dream had someone come to visit her, one of the tipuna who wasn't happy with something they'd done. Yeah, I just thought that was quite interesting.
Oh, well, that's quite a vivid.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I mean, if
there's nothing in there that you need to sort of like decipher. Yeah, ka pai.
Pai tēnā, yeah.
And then sometimes the kaitiaki isn't always an animal or takes the form of an animal or a kararehe or a fish. It can be
sometimes like rainbows.
Rainbows,
yeah.
Uenuku.
Yeah,
we talked about rainbows in tohu, one of our past episodes. So it's real cool,
which are seen as kaitiaki. Yeah, it can be a kaitiaki. And
what about taonga? Like, you know, a lot of people gift each other taonga and tell them, oh, this is a kaitiaki for you for da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Tika. When I bless someone's taonga, I say to the taonga that the taonga will be a kaitiaki. You know, you're going to be a kaitiaki for this person, and this person will be a kaitiaki for you. You know, aroha tu aroha mai.
Yeah.
But definitely he nui ngā taonga pērā. And then there's kōrero sometimes, especially some of the taonga tukuiho that have been bequeathed. Sometimes they're not the taonga for that person, or they're not ready to look after the taonga yet, and the taonga's not ready for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll get lost, or that they'll have a reaction to it,
Yeah. But then often they always come back to you when they do get lost.
Or are you lost?
Yeah. Who's the lost one?
Yeah.
Who is the lost one? Yeah.
And when you mention reaction, that reminded me of this old ass episode on Shortland Street. I think it was Rangi, the ambulance driver. Was that his name? Not too sure.
Oh, Rangi.
But he was wearing a taonga on there and he got a rash.
Yeah, well,
and that's their way, you know. You need to think they haven't got a human voice, these things, so they're trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, don't freak yourself out too much.
Don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
Or, you know, keep in check if you experience these things.
Yeah.
What about fantails? Would those be more tohu rather than a kaitiaki?
Well, it depends.
He tohu.
Yeah.
He tohu, he kaitiaki.
Yeah.
Koia.
To some whānau hapu, they have a kaitiaki, which is a pīrairaka.
Yeah.
But then what the pīrairaka does could be seen as a tohu.
Yeah.
So we've got a peho, a ruru that's a kaitiaki. And depending on what the peho does, foretells what's going to happen, would say that's when it's interpreted as a tohu. Yeah, but the peho, the ruru or the mōpōka itself is a kaitiaki.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so the action of a kaitiaki is a tohu. Can be seen as a tohu.
Yeah. Giving those tohu is what makes it a kaitiaki.
Yeah.
It's a bad tohu. Well, it's actually foretelling of something that could happen or a warning.
Kani move that body.
Do you have any happy kaitiaki ones?
Oh, heaps of happy kaitiaki ones.
Well,
the happy ones is because
nothing bad happens.
You listened or you deciphered what was happening. Oh, another quick story, another place. All these stories I've talked about, apart from the ocean ones, have happened in the same place, quite a happening, a buzzing area in the Waima Valley in Taiki. Well, there's a tupuna called Te Kuri o Te Wao, and in the forest, in the Waima Valley forest, there are some dogs, and some call them ngā kuri a kupe. I waiho a kupe, i ana pero ki reira. He left his dogs there before heading back, so they're known as ngā kuri a kupe. And there was a group that were building a bridge at an area of the river, and one of the kuia said, don't do it there. He waitapu taua wāhira. don't build the bridge there. Those are the sacred waters there, so don't build a bridge there. And she was ignored, and they keep building them, and then they'd come back the next day, and the work they had done the day before had been
Dismantled.
undone,
Yeah.
sort of like the rata and the tree.
Yeah.
And so that happened a few nights, and then a few of them stayed back one night to wake up early in the morning and hear this big digging, a lot of, like scurrying of a dog digging.
Yeah.
They reckon it was the size of a truck, a big black dog,
Wow.
massive dog. That's what they said they saw.
Yeah.
But so these dogs, they morph in size too. So you see a little one, little dog. That dog's you're trying to will is a good dog. Well, it's taken its good form.
Yeah.
And will help guide you out of the forest if you're lost or anything.
So they know how to intimidate and how to...
So that was his happy story.
So that was the happy story. yeah, that was the happy part. That was the happy part.
There's a happy part to the story.
Yeah, the happy part was no animals were harmed in the making of the story. Yeah, so there's a ngā kuri kupe.
I have heard of some areas having like a white horse as their kaitiaki.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that the kararehe, they aren't always kararehe Māori.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they are hoiho and take other forms. And then there's, when we're switching kaupapa here a bit, but there's talk of one of our kaitiaki whose name is Tarapiko. He has hoofs for legs. And, which I think is this is my theory, is that it's been intertwined with one of the stories from England about one of their kaitiaki who is a hern.
A hern, the goat man.
Half deer.
Yeah, half deer. Oh, the deer man.
Yeah.
No wonder he's angry. You keep calling him the goat man. I'd be angry too if I was a hern and I'd be getting called a goat man.
That's my theory on why this atua Māori, because Tarapiko predates te tainga mai o te Pākehā.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool, is it's sort of been mixed up.
Yeah. Overheard in the kouta, overheard in the...
Yeah.
Classic Chinese whispers.
Yep.
So koutou e te iwi, you might hear some stories about kaitiaki. Yeah, it seems like we need a campfire going.
So if you're like driving late at night in the middle of the uruweras or in the Waipoa forest, you probably wouldn't want to listen to this one. I'll give you a ride.
You remember that? Eh?
Yeah, I don't like that one. Yeah.
But you might have one in your whānau. A kaitiaki, a guardian. Have a kōrero i roto i tō whānau.
Yeah.
Ask your waira whānau, your kaumātua, your nannies, your koro, your uncles, your aunties. And even if you're not Māori, there could be kōrero of a kaitiaki within your whānau.
Yeah.
Another thing is a lot of the kōrero in our whare nui, they're carved into the whare. A lot of the popo will have a whakairo. The paikea. Te tōra he kaitiaki. He nui ngā kōrero mo te kaitiaki I roto I ngā kōrero. And as we roll into te waiata o te wiki.
Nei tā tātou waiata o te wiki.
Koe, he whakakina ki tēnei kōrero. Ka hoki anō ki te whare o te ora.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So,
Te tari o te ora.
so what we started doing is playing a few songs to help complement your mihi ringawera. And this song is called Ko Tinga Te Ngarara. Ko e te kaitito, Erica?
Tētahi tangata.
Tētahi tangata. Ko te pārairo from Ngāti Rau Kaua, ki whare puhunga.
No te kōpai puoro o ko te reo kia wana.
Kia wana,
Whakarongo mai.
Ko tinga te ngarara, tēnā rā koutou, kei au kōranga tira, ka takapau taku mana kei raro. Ko tinga te ngarara, ko ihonga kei waho, whakaru ana te tero te tikakao, makuera hoki, te hangeo o te kai, I whio mai ai aku ngutu. koutou kei aku rangatira ka takapo taku mana kei raro Watinga te ngarara koi honga kei waho Pakaruana te tero te tika kao Makuera hoki te hangeo o te kai I whio mai ai aku ngutu E harana te ringa kaua I taka Ua he oha oha no te utaroa Tēnā rā koutou kei aku rangatira Kua ngata te hia hia Ko I honga kei waho Kua tinga te ngarara Kua tinga te ngarara
Me whakarongo pi kari kari.
Aia.
Stop it from yawning.
Oh man, what a cool song. I've actually been...
Did it inspire you? Did it awaken you?
Did it awaken me from my hitoko? Yeah.
But I like that song too.
Well, that's the thing that we've been learning in our te reo classes, mihi ki ngā ringawera.
Yep.
So what a cool song to accompany that.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's how that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh, man. Like,
Koia, koia.
Audacious.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's that time of the day.
Tika, tērā wā o te ahi.
Tērā wā o te ahi. So before we go, yeah, so if you're
I really liked that episode.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Yeah, and I like that we didn't go down Kaitiaki, like, you know, Kaitiaki ama, Kaitiaki.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of
guardianship.
a thing, like it's quite a loose term. There's
Yes.
quite a few terms that are loosely,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that they don't belong there, but they lose their essence, they lose their reverence sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, he mauri tō te kupu tō te ingoa.
Yeah, we mana tō te kupu.
Mana,
he tapu tō te.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when I was associated with the time of hearing it.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
my
yeah.
kaumātua.
Yeah, and it's cool we bring in that time up because
Yeah.
there may be some people that actually this is where that word comes from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say when it comes to Kaitiaki, learn to listen spiritually.
Kia ora.
It's not easy,
Stop,
but that's
pause.
where you'll find
Yeah.
te mea huna ana.
Yeah.
He mata ki te tō tēnā o tātou. E tahi atu, ko tūwhara ke I e tahi. But yeah, everyone has the ability to listen.
Tēnā koe.
Yeah. Just got to be present, be conscious. I don't know if you have to look for the signs, but maybe when something happens, maybe just think about it.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it. And
Acknowledge it.
you'll
Koina,
feel it.
koia,
As
koia,
he's saying,
koia, koia.
you'll feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ko e wehi,
Yeah.
kia matara.
Koina. Koina.
Try and understand the message.
Yeah, and that they're on another, it's just another mode of communication.
Yep.
We're just used to communicating through talking, through cell phones. In this day and age, it's just a different way of communicating, and because a lot of us have been removed from that mode of communication, it can seem quite foreign to us, and that's where it can be scary.
Language we need to rediscover.
Koina, pai tērā.
Koia, koia.
Nō reira, tēnā tātou katoa I tēnā kaupapa. E mihi nui ana mātou tokotori kia koutou. I whai taringa mai kia mātou I tēnei rā. And yes, and I'm gonna sign off. Hei kona mai rā.
Koia, koia.
Me whakarongo pi kari kari. Get the rope close, everybody, buddy. Taringa, taringa, taringa. Yeah, tahuri mai ki au. Whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako. Korero flowing at the hook force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds. Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira. Whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa, ā nā te māngai pāho I tautoko. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.